What is up, everybody? As you all know, I kind of left for about 2 months. I don't remember anymore at this point. But on July 15th, I went to San Diego. I was at Marine Corps boot camp. I had enlisted. I got sent back home early. I kind of had an injury that canceled out any training. So got home. I figured I'd talk about the experience there because, you know, I get that not everybody, you know, is for Marine Corps. You know, it's actually what they say it is. It's the hardest branch. I'm saying it's the hardest branch. I went through it. I didn't make it, of course, but I at least made it through what I could say I have enough experience to talk about it. The boot camp alone, that's it. I made it to what they call Team Week before they dropped me for the injury. The injury in question, my left shoulder, didn't stay in socket. It was actually coming out of socket on its own. And it would actually prevent me from doing any heavy lifting or, you know, things like that. It was preventing training itself. But anyways, I guess I'll start with what you do for your first week there. It's really nothing other than you're getting issue stuff, you're getting shots done. It's like you're just going through like medical stuff. First week there, that's all you're doing. Until Friday. Friday is the deciding factor, really. What happens there is, once you reach Friday, it's just the moment you wake up. You get ready, you do like the hygiene first thing, and then you go eat. You eat chow, is what we called it. After you eat chow, you then get ready to go do what they call qualifying IT, I believe. I don't exactly remember what exactly they called it. But essentially it's what allows you to go into it. If you manage to pass, you get sent to your company. My company was Bravo. Bravo Nation is what it was, is what they called it. If you manage to pass, you get sent to your company. If you don't, they send you to PCP, which is they just train you, because in the Marine Corps, they spend so much money to get you there. They're not gonna, you know, waste it.
Yes, right this way.
Let's see what he's selling.
Please.
I'm on Journey 2, game mode. New Game Plus, essentially, is what I'm on right now. I'm sorry I didn't record the final fight that I did. I was going to. I actually used those loses as, I call it training, because I was still learning their attack patterns. I probably shouldn't have been, you know, using my good old. Sorry, I'm kind of stuffy right now. Allergies. There's pollen in the air. I was using those rounds as, you know, practice to figure out their movesets and all that. I guess it kind of worked. I guess it worked so much so to an extent that I beat him off without recording. But anyways, you get sent to PCP. All they do is like train you for the next people that come through the next company. Anyways, after that, you are in your forming days, which last till the next Tuesday. So it's about like 4 days. All you're doing is you're meeting your drill instructors, and if you're one of those guys who are watching this just to figure out like, oh, this is how it goes, okay, I won't be afraid of those drill instructors. They won't scare me. You might want to think about taking all that back. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, they won't scare me. Before I even went, I actually dealt with the senior drill instructors. And they can be scary, believe it or not. I was lucky enough to have what we call a chill instructor as a senior, which meant that he was chill, he was relaxed, all that good stuff. But after the one I had, I don't know about the rest, this is my personal experience, the senior I had, he would make sure that you didn't get dropped at all. Like, he wanted as many people from his platoon to make Marine Corps. I was just unlucky enough to be on the opposite end of making it. So, when it comes down to it, you meet your DIs and all that. It's really just first impressions, because you're getting your first impressions of them, and they're getting their first impressions of you. That's what makes them or breaks you, essentially. Is if whether or not you are a good recruit or one of them, you're going to be a problem recruit. They will notice it immediately. Now, I'm assuming I was a good recruit. I'm not entirely sure. However, once you reach, after forming days, you hit your T days, your training days. They don't gain access to the IT superpower, which is whenever they can just like say, "Oh, hey, you're gonna do workouts, but we're gonna be screaming at you and telling you what to do." I didn't get IT, but from what I can see, it doesn't look all that bad. They do it as a form of disciplining and punishment if you do something wrong that they don't approve of. Which, if I'm being honest, there's a lot of people that had it coming. And if you don't agree that people deserve it, if you think that, oh, hey, we're only human, then maybe you should, like, honestly, don't go. If you want to use that as an excuse, like, we're only human, we make mistakes. In the Marine Corps, they want you to be nothing but perfect. Your uniform, everything, down to the last minor detail, everything will be perfect. They do not give a damn. Which comes to the next thing. The uniforms. Oh my. So, after you make it to a certain point, you'll watch military movies. And having been part of the training and seeing what the Marines have to do, it's all the uniforms, how organized and all that shit is. I'm at a point to where I can't stand some military movies because they'll have their covers. Covers is term for hat. Worn improperly. If you know the TV show Shameless, there's the scene where Carl is having to. What was he doing? That one. When he got challenged. That scene there. When I saw him wearing his hat, his cover, it's what got me. Because I was looking at him and I felt a tiny bit of rage because like that is not how that cover is meant to be worn. There is a specific way we're supposed to do things in the military from what I've seen and what I've done. that seeing him wear it as a baseball cap and not, you know, how it's supposed to be, infuriated me to a point to where I had to go complain. Like, I didn't, which I know that's kind of weird and petty for me, but like, if you were in the exact same shoes I was in, you'd understand. Like, it's when it comes to the Marine Corps, it's honor and like honorable commitment, honor, commitment, all that stuff, all that jazz. Honor, commitment, courage. We take that to a T. I still uphold myself to their standards right now, and that's because of everything they've instilled in me. Like, I can't do things differently now. Like cleaning, I do it their way. Which currently I'm back home with my mom. She has forbidden me from doing anything. Mainly because of the shoulder injury. We're trying to figure out if I need surgery before she lets me do anything else. Which, for me, sucks. Because I would love to be out there doing something and not sitting around doing nothing all day. Like, I want to hit the gym again. That's what I miss. That's what I want to do. That's one of my favorite things doing before I left was hitting the gym and getting a good workout in. And now I'm not even allowed to do that until we figure out if I need surgery. And if you're wondering what I'm doing on Elden Ring, playing right now, Journey 2, I want to it's not that I want to restart the game entirely, I just want to, like, I want to see how far I progressed from my first playthrough ever. Because this is my first ever, this is still Reginald. Anyways, back to it. After the first week after your first weeks of training days, you then go into what we call, like, it's still training days, but it's more of, oh hey, now we have the right to work you out in a different way, which is the IT, and then it's literally just, you're still in phase 1. All you really do in the Marine Corps is march. Like, no joke. It's what you're doing 90% of the time you're there is marching. 90% of the areas you're at is in a classroom. And 10% is actually working out. But when they have you do that 10% working out, is when it gets, I don't know why I came here. When it comes down to working out, they work you out so much to a point to where you're losing weight at a faster rate than what's normal. And they have you eating like over 2,000 calories every day. Every meal is like every day you eat 2,000 plus calories. You need, if you're going and you don't think you need that much, think again. I'm not asking or telling you, I am telling you. Think again. You need those 2,000 calories. You need that extra bit of food. You need way more than what you think you need. If you think you need 2,000, that's great. That's really the bare minimum you're going to need. Try to push it. Like, if you know you can't eat 2,000 calories, then, don't try to push it. Instead, just eat. Just eat what you can, and gradually add more to what you usually eat. At the end of phase 1, you do a thing called initial drill. Really, all that is it's just you out, you son of a bitch. Really, all initial drill is just showing how far you've come since you started marching. Drill is nothing but march. So when it comes down to it, all you're doing, you're really just training for drill. Now, do I say we love drill? Yes, we love drill. Drill is actually one of the more fun things to do while there, surprisingly. Would I say it's one of the best things to do? Kind of. I mean, it's also one of the main reasons why you're burning so many calories, because you're drilling for hours on end some days. Like, some days you're just out there doing nothing but drill. Really nothing else about it. What I actually find myself still doing drill movements at home, even though I really don't have to anymore. Would I say it's one of the better things to do? Yeah, I mean, it kind of helps with, you know, trying to weight management and all that. Anyways, after you initial drill, by the way, almost everything's a competition there. Cleanest house, best drill, all of it's a competition. You enter phase 2, and you start off phase 2 in swim week. Swim week, depending on if you can float or not. Believe it or not, everyone floats, whether it be positive or negative buoyancy. I'm negative buoyancy, therefore it's harder for me to keep afloat. Anyways, they teach you ways to swim, their ways, which after the first day you really don't have to swim their way anymore. It's just you swim the way you want. It's just that they have to teach you their ways before they let you do what you want. I would say, even if you know you're a strong swimmer, they're going to have you in full gear. That means you're still toe boots as well. Which means you're going to have something weighing you down. So what I'm going to suggest is you go off and do one of their ways. I would suggest I forgot what it's called. I think it was called the backstroke or something. I think it's called the backstroke. Anyways, you're on your back and you're moving your arms from your side up to you curve your hands into your armpits, then you flatten them straight out like an airplane, and then straight back down to your sides as hard as you can. It really is the best way. The more you do it there, the faster you become with it. Because when you first start doing it, you're moving centimeters, then you're moving inches, and then you'll find yourself moving feet in that pool. Then there's another thing they have you do. It's really just they'll have you do a form of dive. Really, all you're doing is just walking off a diving board. What they call a diving board, at least. And it's really nothing all that special. At the end of the day, you're really just doing your regular workouts, getting things done. Another thing that happens in swim week, blouse inflation is where you take your uniform, you take the blouse of your uniform, your shirt, and you do it a certain way that you can actually turn it into a floaty. And it's actually one of the easiest things to do. The first time I did it, I actually had it done. It's just that I didn't know my blouse had a hole in a vital area for the inflation. And I didn't notice it until they failed me for that day. Thankfully, it was only the first day. Therefore, there was really nothing they could, say much for me. After that, I really don't have it. Alright, so I remember first time I faced this bitch. I actually went out of my way and did the cheese. If y'all know the cheese, it's where you summon her and you go right over in this corner. And all you do is you have her follow you. You go over this corner, wait for her to come after you. Like right here. She jumps at you, you roll this way, and she falls off. First time I did it, I actually fell off with her. And she died right after I did, and it still counted as her dying, so. I know there's also another guy I can fight over here, so we're going to summon him real quick. Anyways, if you pass swim week, you go along with training as usual. If not, then there's a chance, I'm not saying they will, but there's a chance they'll have you redo it, some of it. We actually had a guy that failed several times and they still had him keep trying. I don't know why. But if you fail and they deem it, you know, you gotta retry the entire swim week, they drop you to another company. Is what they should do. I don't know why they didn't do it to that one guy we had. Anyways, after swim week is team week. This is when I got dropped. It's not my proudest moment, but I actually had friends there that were encouraging me to go to medical because I was complaining about my arm hurting so much, and that anytime we were doing like lifting or anything that required like strenuous workouts on my left side, I would just feel nothing but pain. So I kind of just got to the point where I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to medical. I'm gonna get this checked up on, see what's going on with my arm. When I did, they told me that my shoulders, both of them, surprisingly, I didn't know my right arm was doing it, the same thing, but my shoulders were unstable, and they were popping out of socket, both of them, but the left one was the main one. So what ended up happening was they sent me to go, they were going to give me a choice to stay there a little bit longer and, you know, just heal, have them look into it more, and get dropped to another company, which I was going to do. I was going to stay a little bit longer, you know, heal, let them do what they need to do, but that didn't end up happening. They ended up going to talk to the person in charge of their medical facility, and that person said I'm to go home. Now, would I go again? Yes, I would. 100% I would go again. Do I plan to? I really haven't made it that far in, you know, deciding if it's worth my time or not. I mean, it definitely would be worth my time. However, I'm not sure if going now would be worth it. Because I'm back home. I can't go back for 6 months. I've already gone to get x-rays done. I'm waiting for those results. Then I gotta get, after the x-rays, I go, if there's nothing going on with my bones, I go get MRI done. And depending on that, we'll decide if I need surgery, physical therapy, or if I'm actually healed. I can't tell you what happens afterwards because I wasn't there. I know I don't remember the name of the week they did after that. All I know is that after that they went and got fitted for dress blues. They got a bunch of other stuff done that I didn't get to take part of. They got to do all that fun stuff, but week after team week is whenever they're getting ready to head up north, which is Camp Pendleton, which is where you do your rifle shooting. We do a bunch of other rifle training. It's just that that rifle training we do back at really isn't shooting and all that stuff that you like have. You have fun with. It's the kind of rifle training you do. It's the rifle training you do that is just strictly only the rifle training you do before heading up north is just drill training. Like how to handle the weapon, how to do this with the weapon, how to do that with the weapon. There's nothing else about it that makes it feel special. Oops, you're eating. You ate my mana. I'll eat your health. Okay. If I had to say I had a favorite part of the basic I did while there, I almost fell off there. It would definitely have to be, believe it or not, I come from a theater background. I'm what you would call a theater kid. So take that as you will, gay or, this guy can dance and all that stuff. I can't dance. It was one of the things we had to be able to do. I can dance, sing, I can act, but that's not why I joined theater. I did theater because it seemed fun at the time, and I wanted to be an actor before I decided to go to the Marine Corps. Which is weird because I decided to be an actor, then I signed up for the Marine Corps, and then I said I still wanted to be an actor. Anyways. Geez, I forgot what I was talking about. I know I was talking about theater and all that stuff. Oh yeah, drill is like a performance. So when I think about it, all we do in drill is like make sure our is perfect. In theater, all we would do is make sure our performance is perfect. So really, all I was thinking of was like, oh hey, depending on how this goes, I can make this scene flawless because of my experience with theater. Ignore all those daggers. Okay, where did the jar head come from? Hold up. Ow! Ow! Okay, hold up, let me run this way real quick. Heal. Pick whatever this up. Kill that bitch. We're all meat dumpling. Alright. Anyways, it's all about perfection and all that bullshit. Am I complaining about it? No, I actually loved it. I want to say the biggest, issue with some of that stuff. I got you, bitch. You got backup? Oh, there you are. And there we go. Okay. Man, I love this dagger. Alright. Let's go get this boss fight over with. If you're one of those Elden Ring players that's going to tell me I'm playing the game wrong because I use a summon here, I don't know. Okay? I will use what I damn well please. This is my game. Yeah. Not the one that you started. Oh, I want to do it because that's it. And everyone else does it. the last second. Ow. Nope. I got it. Yeah, that's my experience with Marine Corps boot camp. If you feel like you can do it, go for it. It's literally preferences. What I suggest, if you feel like you can't do it, I suggest any other branch. Yeah, it's literally up to you. If you want to, devote yourself to, you know, fight for this country. If you feel like you want to do it, go for it. If you feel like you don't want to do it, if you feel like military's not for you, okay. Guess what? Good for you. I'm not going to change your mind. If you feel like Marine Corps is the best choice for you, go for it. But I would also suggest considering your options. Because every other branch offers the exact same stuff. Whether you believe it or not, the branches, they give you the exact same benefits, the exact same experiences. Just the training's different and the title you receive is different. Army, you're called soldier. The Navy, you're called sailor. I can't speak English. In the Marine Corps, as we all know, you're called in the Air Force, you're called aviator. Like, it's literally your choice. All you're receiving in the end is a title that you uphold and you honor. It is your responsibility to uphold what it means to be a Marine. It's your responsibility to uphold what it means to be a sailor. Your responsibility to uphold what it means to be a soldier. At the end of the day, you're just showing them why you earned that title. Same benefits, different training regiments, different titles, and different lengths of training. If you want to go in, but you want to take the easiest one, Air Force. It's the shortest branch. Like, let's be real here. You're really not going to get much out of it. As far as that's what I would say. Let's drink this real quick. Now we'll drink this. Okay. Anyways, now we're going to play the game.